Fred Proctor. We'd like to welcome you to gold panning and mineral identification. The cry of gold first went up in the South Mountain Gold Belt in the year 1829 when a traveler named Sam Martin discovered gold in the Brindletown section just northeast of here. And ever since then, you've been hearing the cry, gold, gold. So we want to take you step by step, show you how to pan for gold, how to recover gold, how to identify gold. And not just, it is an exciting and fun thing, but you want to get something out of it. You know, I was thinking this morning, people says, well, bass fishing's fun, it's only fun if you catch something. Or deer hunting's fun, but it's only fun if you kill something. So it's not only a good, healthy hobby and sport, but you can make some money out of it. Let me relate to you an experience that I just learned about this past week. Down in Morganton, North Carolina, Pete Nelson, who owns Smokefoot, told me this, and I know he's telling me the truth because I saw it. A fella who didn't have any license, didn't have any driver's license, hired a taxi to bring him up to Smokefoot, and he bought a gold pan just like this one and a book on how to pan for gold. Had the taxi take him back home, and his wife read him the instructions on how to pan for gold. He went out same day. Of course, he didn't tell anybody where he went, and I don't blame him. And I saw this. I held it in my hand, a nugget that boy panned out almost the size of my thumb, must have weighed 3 ounces. And I said, well, I guess now he's got his license and probably a car. Now, that's not going to happen to everybody, but it can happen. So you never know when you're going to, when again, maybe the next time you hear gold, you'll be the one crying out gold. So from here, we're going down to the creek and give you some in-depth instructions on how to pan for gold.
Yeah.
I cleared it with a landowner that you have a right to be in here because in the eastern United States, they have no public domain lands, it's all private land. This is the modern day gold pan. Made out of plastic. Has what they call a cheater riffles. And in a very short time, you can be as proficient a panner as someone who's been panning 20 or 30 years with the old metal pan. I used to have a copper pan this big, and I didn't like it. I like this. This is high technology. You can call it whatever you want to. I want to get all the gold and minerals and metals that I can get. So when you buy your pan, first thing you want to do is get you some steel wool and scare this up. Make it rough. Rub on it. It takes 2 or 3 hours. Before you come out, either that or you either do it at home or bring along a small bottle of detergent. Because any type of oil, even the oil out of your skin, will get under this gold and float it out of the pan. So you want this pan scared up and rough, no oil in it. Insect repellent has a petroleum base. In the summertime, when you're worried about mosquitoes, it'll get in there and float the gold out. So make sure you don't have any petroleum-based products at all in the pan. Then we're going to pick out a place in the creek. You've got to be in an area. Normally, you want to go in an area where gold has already been found. You don't want to have to spend your time hunting for it. Then as you get proficient, you can venture out and find new deposits. So we picked out a spot here, definitely in gold country, right over here. Just, they don't have to zoom the camera. Right over here, 75 yards, we found a 1/4 carat diamond. We have that confirmed by a photographer. Been 7 known diamonds found in this area, and we found the last one found. So I don't know what you're going to find. You're going to find gold, monazite, xenotime, zircon, possibly a diamond. So right here is a good spot close into the bank where gold could settle. Good idea to wear rubber boots. Yesterday we had snow, but it's not that bad. Just think about these poor old deer hunters. Goes out here and they 4 in the morning, climbs a tree and sits in a tree stand and freezes to death. And then, like a certain fella I know, every time he shoots, he misses. So, at least here you can move around and kind of stay warm. You don't want to overload the pan. Fill it 2/3 full. Get rid of the big rocks. But look at them. That might be a nugget and you wouldn't want to throw it away. The proper way to pan is keep this pan at about a 45-degree angle, maybe a little less than a 45-degree angle. And keep it in the water. Keep it in the water with a swirling motion. What this is doing, gold has a specific gravity of 19.3. That means it's 19.3 times heavier than water. To give you an example, quartz is 2.8 times heavier than water, so you can see gold is very heavy. As a matter of fact, a 14-inch cube of gold weighs 1 ton, so the swirling activity puts the gold, monazite, xenotime, zircon, even diamonds, puts them on the bottom very quickly. The swirling motion, bringing the rocks and the gravel to the top. Go through and look at the rocks before you throw them out. They have gold in it. See how quick that's. Every time you swirl it, it brings the gravel and the lighter material to the top. Every once in a while, take it out, tap it on the heel of your hand, and anything that might move, it puts it right back on the bottom. Keep that pan in the water. Do so much better with it. Take your finger, flick out the gravel very quickly where it gets down to a concentrate. In fact, you get it down to where there's a sand, you very gently swish it with just a small amount of water. If you got too much water, it's going to move everything. Just a small amount of water. And you start seeing it coming through, concentrate. Black sands, magnetite, monazite, xenotime, zircon, gold. And it's just a matter of practice. That it come out to enjoy it, to learn it. And as I said, you may be the next one that cries out, gold. All right, that concludes our session here. We're going to come out where we can get a close-up and let you see what we got. Okay, we've concluded our first session in the creek. And we've taken it down to a concentrate. And we've got 3 camera crews here today, and I'm going to kind of turn this around slowly and show you what we've got, and hopefully they can pick it up. This is the gold up here. There's several thousand flakes of gold right there. One of the fellows over here is reaching for this gold. You can see this. I've had 1,000 people ask me, what does native gold look like? Well, it looks like gold. That's all the way you can describe it. And you can see it there. This gold in here, we've had it checked by Dr. Callahan at Appalachian State University and Dr. Craig from Virginia Polytechnic Institute, and it's running about 900 fine, so it's some of the purest gold in the world in its natural form. You can see how it forms a ring up here. A lot of gold. Then right below it is the black sands. Here's monazite, that's that clove brown or greenish looking color. Magnetite, some zircon, which is a light, well, it looks like a quartz crystal, but it's doubly terminated. And of course, zircon is a zirconium silicate used in the jewelry business and also in the ceramic business for motor blocks. The monazite contains up to 15 rare earth elements that's used in laser beams, levitating trains, smart weapons like the Patriot missile, high-density television, even the possibility of a cure for arthritis. So you can very readily see it's a very, very high-dollar item. Then the lighter material up here is the quartz. But here's what we're looking for today, is the gold. And as we progress, we'll learn to identify the other minerals, but the gold is the heaviest, so it hangs up here the highest. Everybody can get a good close-up shot of that and get gold fever here real quick. that's done in the creek or the basin is called placer mining. It's spelled P-L-A-C-E-R, but it's pronounced P-L-A-S-S-E-R, placer. That means that the gold has been placed there by gravity, by heavy rains, snow, and wind. And what happens, all gold forms in a vein. So we're up here we're on the lode, at least part of the lode. I think everybody's in agreement that these South Mountains at one time were as much as 20,000 feet high. But everything starts eroding down, decomposing down, even the quartz. Normally gold is found in quartz veins. It can be found in almost any type of rock, but quartz is the predominant host rock for gold. But even if they break down, they migrate down into the valleys. The gold migrates down into the valleys, creating placer gold, but a certain amount of that gold does not migrate down. It stays here and settles in what is known as residual deposits or alluvial placers. The other type is lode gold, and I'm going to pick up. This is gold-bearing quartz, saccharoidal or sugary quartz. It's got a sugary texture to it, and it's kind of laminated. These are fissure veins. The earth actually opened up, the solution, quartz solution with the gold came up, and it couldn't just zigzag around. It had a form to it. See how flat that is on each side? These veins are extremely rich. Right in here, they're carrying up to 7 ounces of gold per ton. Don't remember the exact assay on silver, but just back over here a little ways, we have a report done by a professor in 1854 from England. It's carrying like 9 ounces of gold per ton and 89.9 ounces of silver per ton. 1/3 of the vein was copper, lead, and zinc. So there's some very high dollar ore in this area. Another report published by the state in the eastern part of Burke County. One of the other things it's very possible that you'll encounter in this is pocket gold. It happens quite often out in California anyhow, where, as we mentioned a while ago, the gold will settle down. Not all of it washes off and goes down into these basins. Gold will settle down. Remember, gold has a specific gravity of 19.3, and it will settle until it hits bedrock. It can't go any farther. And it's happened quite often that in an area of the size of a 9 by 12 room, you can take out $1 million worth of gold. But I have a state report, back when they were mining, back in the 1800s, when mining was big in this area, down in the eastern part of Burke County, gold was $20 an ounce at that time. A flour sack full of ore yielded $1,500 worth of gold. And I know some people could get very excited over such as that. But anyhow, this is good. This is very good ore. We worked in this area, and we just scratched the surface. And I was telling some of the camera crew, I personally know, because I handled it and shipped it out. There are other people here that was involved in it. We shipped out about $6,000 worth of gold every day. As to why the company left, I don't know that, but I know because we were recovering gold by the handfuls. And we shipped it by Federal Express every day. But here's what you see. This is a sugary quartz. This is quartz with enclosing rock. It's a sericite schist. That's spelled S-C-I-H-S-T. It's a sericite or chloritic schist. And sometimes this wall rock is actually richer than the vein itself. But what you want to do, you pan up the creek like we showed you a while ago till you stop finding gold. Then you back up to the last place you found it. Then you go off to the left or the right and start testing. And what you're looking for is this right here, the source, the lode, the mother lode. And let me make a recommendation here. A couple of movies if you're interested in gold. One is the Mother Lode and the other one is the Pale Rider. Both of those have some good information about gold. Now from here we're going to move and we're going to show you how the old timers mined these veins. We'll actually show you an old tunnel where they went in, and a fella who was over here the other day went in. Of course, you got to have a flashlight, and when he came out, he had a piece of rock with visible gold on it. So there's lots of gold over here. So from here, we're going back to the 1800s. Okay, we've moved back in time to the 1800s, even before the Civil War. Here you can see an entryway that's dug by hand, and probably a big part of it was done by slaves. I'm not going to get back in here because I have been in here many times. When you get in here, you can jump up and you can't even reach the top of the roof. This was an entryway to a vein. Then once they got on the vein, they turned and followed it, and they mined out about a 10-foot section. I've been back on this particular one, and I'm going to tell you right now, I do not recommend that you go in these. Do as I say, not as I do, because if it caves in on you, it's lights out. There's no timbers in these. They've been here for ever since probably 150 years, but no one knows when they're going to cave in. But anyhow, this one goes back about 150 feet, then it intersects the vein and it turns and follows the vein. I went back through, hit several hundred feet, and I had a high-powered light, and I shined it, and as far as that light would go, that tunnel was continuing, and it's quite often you can just take out the vein and see the gold in it. Matter of fact, this happened last week. The fellow brought out a piece, and you could see the gold in it, so it's very high dollar. Well, it had to be when you can see all of the work that took place, all the digging. People say, well, employment was cheap, but there still was a lot of gold here. As a matter of fact, I can show you in the state records where some people had no machinery at all, nothing, didn't even have a hammer, and they would take one piece of quartz and bang it against another and make up to $1 a day back in the 1800s, and that was a lot of money back in those days. So here's a piece of history. You're going back like a quantum leap into the 1800s. And it kind of reminds you of Indiana Jones, because when you get back in here, turn the light off, it is total darkness, and when you shine the light on these walls, there must be millions of these big brown wood crickets, and when you shine the light, they start jumping at it, going down your back of your neck and everything, but it's still an exciting part of history. This is just an example, and there are many of these in the South Mountain Belt, and from here, we're going to move just, matter of fact, what led up to this was some huge hydraulic cuts over here, and we're going to take a shot of that when we leave here. The 3 cameras, and they're all panning, reviewing the hydraulic cuts. What this was cut with water back in the 1800s. They had ram pumps, and they had pressure so powerful, according to the state records, that at 200 feet from the end of a nozzle, he'd kill a mule instantly. So that'll give you some idea of what kind of pressure they was using. Again, the movie Clint Eastwood and the Pale Riders got some real good scenes of hydraulic mining in it. Hydraulic mining is totally outlawed. As a matter of fact, the first act of legislation in the United States pertaining to mining took place right here in McDowell County, North Carolina, where they outlawed the hydraulic mining, because they were moving literally hundreds of thousands of yards of material. They'd wash this down with these high-powered monitors. Then the material channeled down into a sluice box that had mercury in it with little boards across it, and they would capture the gold due to its specific gravity of 19.3. And we have records, state records, actual mine records, showing that in some cases, now this is not out of the vein, this is out of just the soil. Because this gold, like I told you, has been freed up, it's decomposed out, it's freed up. Some of it went on down all the way down to the basin, some of it settled in place up here. But in some cases in here, they took out up to $1 million per acre of gold. And it was, they moved massive amounts, but it's been outlawed. But now you just open pit, you get it permitted and open pit this, and you'd run everything. You'd run the soil, you'd crush the vein and run it, and there's no reason why you still can't get $1 million per acre or more. And from here, we're going down and show you modern day mining techniques. Some of the modern day recovery techniques will actually crush some ore, run it, and let you see how it's crushed, how it's run through a gravity system, and actually show you the gold. So from here we'll go down to the modern plant. Here, as I promised you, at the modern day equipment, here we have the RC46 King rock machine, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the finest piece of equipment on the market. We've used it, and the beauty of it is you can take a piece of this material 2 or 3 pieces, crush it and pan it, and immediately know if you got gold or not. Not only that, it's a production unit. As I said, it's been proven to crush up to 1 ton an hour. Then that material, after it's crushed, along with the actual soil around the veins, will be fed into this hopper. This is a grizzly and a conveyor belt. This is a 2-inch grizzly, which means that anything larger than 2 inch will be scalped off or fall off over here. It goes back into this rock pile to be crushed. The other material, and you'll see it running here in a little while, put it in this hopper. This conveyor belt pulls it up, and you can control this with a throttle or whatever speed you want. From there it comes into this Gold Claimer trommel recovery unit. It's a gravity system operated by water and motion. The bigger material, the 2-inch material that does get through this grizzly, any gravel, and you can see where it's pulled it out up here, comes out, comes through this trommel. It's turning. You've got water pressure, washing. The gravel comes out up here. Your gold, concentrate, and sand comes through here, and this is moving. This has miner's moss in it, and it captures the gold and the concentrate. And you can do more of this in 5 minutes than you could pan in a week. I mean, you're going to see it in operation here shortly. We've operated it and know that it works. It captures gold where you even have to have a jeweler's loupe to see it. Very effective. Very easy to set up. You can move it and be set up, have everything set up in less than an hour. We pump water out over here. Then we have a lagoon where no waste gets back into any creek. It's captured in here. So it's a very simple setup. Don't need a permit to do it. It's not only a test unit, it's a production unit. Very quickly you can go from 0 up to here. You can start recovering, well, you could probably recover 15, 20 ounces of gold per day. Just get started, set up, crushing, feeding that in, plus the material, the dirt around it, and it works, and you'll see it work here in just a minute. All right, from here we'll crank up equipment. Saw what was going in the quartz vein. Here's what comes out. It's actually below a sand. It's taking it down to I'd imagine down to 40 mesh. That means 40 lineal openings in an inch of screen. Very fine, so it'll liberate your gold. And some of it's down to almost talcum powder size. We take this. Dump it right into the grizzly. The other thing goes in there. Once you get what you want in there, then we'll crank it up and run it. Got the machine down. We'll show you how to clean it up now. Well, hold on just a minute. Take it right up to this lid. This is that unit you saw oscillating, vibrating, or whatever you want to call it in there. This is miner's moss. Comes out just like this. And then it, you need it. Well, we don't have it with us, but we have tubs. You just put this in here and just swish it back and forth. But this will work for this demonstration purposes. We just cleaned it a while ago, so anything that's in here came in this demonstration we ran here. This is miner's moss. Gold and concentrates gets trapped down in here, and it could, I don't know how many ounces it'd hold, but a whole lot. This is transferred from this unit to a gold pan. We'll quick pan it to see if we got anything. Somebody made the statement, there ain't nothing in that miner's moss. It holds a lot of material. And it would kick this out and load up with gold before it. So you could actually run it all day without cleaning it out and probably not lose any gold. We wouldn't do that, but you could. Well, why don't we cut the cameras off. Let me get over here where there's some water and I'll pan this down. Well, you can see we're right back where this video started, right back in the creek panning. You can't improve on the pan. Whether you're just panning fine gold or recover it or clean up, same technique. You don't have as many concentrates coming out of this vein as you would normal dirt, but you'll have some. Same type situation. Need to get rid of this little piece of gravel that got in here. There's your concentrate. Oh yeah. I think I'll holler it again. Gold! Oh Lord, look at this gold. Everybody here saw us clean that out. Cameraman was on it. We cleaned it out before we ran this, and everybody knows how much material we ran. If there's any doubt, if there's any unbelievers in the group, they need to repent right now because Joe Silver,
Oh,
how long
man.
would it take you to pan that much?
I've been panning for 7 years, never got that much.
Fred, how about putting your finger toward where the gold actually is? Okay, I see it.
You see this ring coming around up through here?
Yes.
See that? Carol, you see it on three cameramen
And that
here.
was out of...
It's all around the edge there, right?
Yeah. Starts down here and comes all the way. I really haven't taken it all the way down, but you can see it.
And how much material did you have there?
They figured 50 pounds.
50 pounds, and you got quite a bit of gold there, right?
Good show in the color. Good show in the color.
No property taxes for 5 years. Shit, you won't stop.
that material fell through and don't tell that Travis that use a computer to call.
We'll conclude this video on gold panning and mineral identification. We took it a little bit farther than panning. We took it down to where we actually crushed, and you saw how small amount of material we crushed and the amount of gold we got out of it. So if there's any doubt about it, this came from right here in McDowell County. I told you I was shipping $6,000 worth of gold per day. The gold is still here. I want to give thanks to the three cameramen, Carol Proctor, Travis Proctor, and Aubrey Smith from down in the eastern part of the state. Jimmy Lockridge, Stanley Proctor, Eric Proctor, Ashley Proctor, Donald Stevens, Brian Proctor. Hadn't seen Donald in a while. He's lost weight. We may get him on a video and tell you how to lose weight. Joe Silver, come over here. You and I got started gold panning many, many years ago.
About 10 years ago.
And I was going to ask you, how long would it, I think I might have asked you before, but since you're here, I can really elucidate on it. How long would it take you to pan under normal conditions in a creek what you saw crushed out here? Just elucidate on that and close this video out.
You know, we've been doing this for about 10 years. The first 4 years that we panned gold, we panned here. I flew out to California and panned the gold fields out there. I took that gold and had it smelted down or melted down into a nugget. I've also sold gold that I've panned, and I've seen more gold today in about 50 pounds of rock that was crushed than all the gold that I'd panned in the last 9 years. That's how good it is.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, folks. Good report.
Good looking quartz in here, friend.
Yeah. You get some?
With the sun's on it.
Point out where the gold is. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get a close up of it. See it right
That's
there?
it right there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then there's another plate.
Yeah.
Nice shallow.
Stand out there, Joe.
We've got it looks like probably, what do you say there, 22,
That's
25?
That's 22.
22 bullet. This shows you're doing good panning when you've got heavy like that.
Yeah.
And you'll see right beside it the piece of gold.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Little speck of gold.
Little
Right?
speck of gold right beside the bullet.
Yeah, let me see if I can get a closer up. Oh, that's a speck of
Fred
gold.
had a nice two pieces down there himself. That the heavy stuff is flowing.
Yeah.
And I found it in that crevice right back here.
And you've only panned what?
One.
One time. Come up with a bullet and gold too.
It'd be better to do this than do it on calls like you talk about and talk over it. Remember how you showed me how you could pause it, talk over it?
Hey, Travis. Let me show you something up here. Shot of the creek and the way it would flow during a heavy rain. Now your heavies will come in a straight line. And I found a small place here that I found gold in, but what I'm digging out there looks like trash. But I'll show you. It looks like muck. But don't let that fool you. There's gold in there. As the heavy rains come, this is normal water flow here. But as a heavy rain would come, it's going to come more in a straight line. The gold is going to travel from the inside bend there to the inside bend here in a straight line. So over here might not be the best place. This would be more like a good place. There's a natural catch here.
It's kind of a trap there, right?
It's a trap. And so we've already shown there's gold in here. Most people be out here, but your light stuff is here. You see Fred's working the inside also.
Yeah, right on the upper edge there by itself.
Yeah,
Pull that.
that is right there at the end of the pen.
On up, right there. That's, yeah. That's definitely gold, right?
Oh, most definitely. No question.
Yeah.
That's interesting to know that it's up here in the... Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
Coming from up the stream.
He's got it.
He's got it here.
You got some upstream?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably some of these.
Come down here, let's look at it.
That ain't in the creek, it's in the bank.
Little, that's what's that, match head size?
No, it ain't quite that big, but that's one of them that knocks your blood pressure up about 2 points.
go.
Definitely there, right?
Yeah.
And,
About in the best spot
now,
there is, I believe.
I'm gonna come off this and get on the man that found it.
The point right here. Travis, this gold is very smooth. This is something you definitely need to learn in gold panning if you're going to try to find the source. If it's jagged, it's not travel far. This gold here is very smooth, so we're not, that indicates we're going to have to go on up.
It has traveled several hundred yards, you think?
Yeah, see, gold is so malleable. By the time it's traveled and rocks has beat it, it's got all those jagged edges off, so it's traveled, yeah, most definitely. The source is on up.
So we're going on up shortly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now Stanley, you said, how far up did you say you found this?
I'd say probably 75 yards from Forest Standing.
75 yards.
Down up the creek.
That's
Okay.
nice.
We're going up and see if we can,
We got bigger gold than we Joe did.
you find the big one, Fred?
Yeah. This, what we did is went up a creek, see if we could figure out where it's coming in. We didn't find any, so we backed up. You know, right on below here we found this gold, and it was very rounded. This here is very jagged and a nice piece of gold right there. We just found this.
Yeah. That's match head size there.
Yeah, that's match head size. Yeah, that's.
Let me get a close up of that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a nice one. It's very jagged, so that, the gold's got to be, I think, coming in. Probably might have been exposed when they cut these roads in here.
Mm-hmm. Nice one there, isn't it?
That's Travis's. I think he might have broke a record right there for the day. Nice one. Nice piece of gold.
You get your pen there, Fred, and point that out.
You see that?
On up a little. Yeah, right there. That's big as in your pen almost, you know?
Yeah.
Did I got?
Right. We've been working here for several hours and we're taking out some nice gold, some nice nuggets. Ties right in with our clay, talking about where the alluvial meets the bedrock. Take a handle of this shovel. See all this loose material in here, these loose rocks, that's been moved in. That's the reason they call it a placer. It's been placed in here by nature. Here you see the bedrock. It's white, magnetic pegmatite. Right in here is where you find your best gold. We're taking out several nice nuggets. And this is what is known as a virgin placer. It's never been worked. There's no history of it anywhere. You just got to get out and find them. I heard about this place about 11 years ago and just followed up on it. And believe me, Joe and Stanley and Travis, they'll testify to what I'm telling you. It's exciting. Go and take it out there. Those who are reading the creek, see, we're not even working in the creek. Back over here is the creek to the left. We're working over here in the old creek channel. And it would be mind-boggling what you could take out here if you had a backhoe and even the long Tom sluice box. You could make a real good living at it. There you see the alluvial and the bedrock. We didn't do that good in the creek, so we got out of the creek, got in the old channel, really took out some nice gold. Turn around there and let Stanley give his comment. Stanley, how do you think of this place?
Well, I've been panning for about 9 years now, and this has to be one of the best, all-around best places that I've found to pan. Working the old bedrock and also the crevicing, working the creek crevices, we've come out with a lot better gold than I thought we would today.
Joe, if you're the crevicing specialist, give your thoughts on this.
Well, I hadn't got to crevice since 1984 when I was in California. I imagine I pulled out probably 40 or 50 flakes out of a crevice over there, about as wide, maybe 1 inch, 1.5 inches wide, and I pulled out probably, I would say, 30 or 40 flakes out of that. One thing that you'll find, this gold is very rough. It's not traveled. We haven't found any smooth gold in here. It's all rough and sharp. So this gold is coming in right here. We went upstream, didn't find it, and we're getting good concentrate right out of here.
Here, look. Tell them what you're going to do.
I'll show you what we mean by crevicing. This is a little plastic spoon, and I got probably 30 or 40 flakes out of this crevice right here. This crevice here, you see how wide it is? A little crevice right here. And what I did, I basically scooped up just little spoonfuls. And I dug some out back under the bank, so I followed the crevice back as far as I could. But this is called crevicing, cleaning out these rocks. Little holes like this will hold nuggets. And I've seen them pop up on the rock before when you splash water in them. So never overlook the slightest crevice. There's good gold there, always.
Right, that concludes another day. A very enjoyable day. Like we say, it's a virgin placer. That means it's never been worked. You can see up through here the creek. We put into practice what we were teaching. You've got to learn to read the creek, the inside curves. You find more gold normally on the inside curve because it settles there. But we even went farther than the inside. We got out of the creek and went into the old creek channel. The picture's worth 10,000 words. The gold can't stop up on these solid rocks except in these crevices Joe was talking about. So it comes on down, it's got to settle somewhere. And where the water, you see up here the water is very swift. See here where it slows down, the gold will drop. That's exactly what our textbook is telling us. Find a place where the water flows down, the gold will drop in it. All you gotta do is get out and go after it. Some lady asked me in the class last week, are there other creeks besides the gold belt? Well, here's a good example. There's no history of gold ever been found here. It's in a county where no gold is, no record of actual placer gold has ever been found. You just got to get out and do it. Because who knows? You may find that next big nugget.
While you're at it, Fred,
Yeah, okay.
while you're at it, while Fred was talking there for 1 minute,
Yeah.
I just got one more shovel full. And if you look, surely you can see the
Yeah.
large flake and 3-4 small flakes. All right. While Fred was talking just then, I took 2 shovelfuls of sand out of the bank, panned it down in less than 1 minute, and this is what I found.
There's a nice, that's enough to get you excited right there. A nice, almost match head size nugget. Here's 1, 2, 3 more.
4 or 5 up here.
All right. But I can tell you for a fact, folks, this is not.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful gold.
All you got to do is go after it. Ain't that right, Joe?
That's it.
Just go for it. Folks, we closed out once. We'll close it out this time for sure. We just want you to see what can be done. And it's good medicine. I saw a certain fella here, well, all of us really. You got to be careful. You get down with your back, but when you see a nugget, I'll guarantee you, you'll feel better. It's almost like a hypodermic when they give it to you or whatever, relaxing. Perks you all back up again. It's a wonderful hobby. You can make some money at it.
Could be magnetite. Real heavy. There's also a little piece of gold in there. Up in there to the right. You found out today, Joe?
Yeah, matter of fact, we found that we ran a sluice maybe 15 minutes and got that out of it.
That is beautiful gold.
There's 3 large pieces in there that you can pick up with your fingers.
Mm-hmm. Big as your fingernail almost. Huh?
Almost.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
Very heavy.
Hell yeah.
Where?
Right down there. Right near that rock there.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
No. No. My bike.
Daddy, listen. First paint.
That's like you brought the
Put all that in the little one. Mine, ain't it? That's your thing.
What we're doing. Right, here we are. Today we're going to demonstrate the portable sluice. You can see it over here. He zooms in with the camera. Go point that sluice out there for this. The portable sluice, you can buy it from dealers like Spencer's Hardware, Smokefoot. About $70. And you can do about, you could do 100 times as much in a day with that as you could with a gold pan. Based on the same situation as a gold pan, where the specific gravity, as I told you, the gold is 19.3. It has a series of riffles that captures the gold, and the miner's moss or carpet. And you see you got the man and the boy feeding this over here.
4-7.
Brian, I didn't point you out. Let's get a scan. Let's show the people what we got here. We got started out as 2 or 3 people. Scan around and let me get out of the way here. Hello, everybody.
Stay with what you're doing.
Give you a good idea of how gold fever works on people. Of course,
Jason, come here, look here.
good gold that we're working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of us. Big enough for a flash right here.
Yeah, they're going crazy, ain't they?
Going crazy, yeah. Yes, sir. We get some nice nuggets out here, and that's what really does it. Of course, all these people are in our group. Anybody tells, bring that up here, Stanley, zoom in on it. Anybody tells where this is at, as I said, these people are all in our group. Anybody tells where this is at, they're automatically shot right on the spot.
Yeah, there's a nice nugget. Let me get a close-up of that. Yeah, that really stands out.
And here's a good, this is the area we're working in. And I've got it in a Ziploc bag, folded up where it won't get wet. And we mark on here where we find gold. And after a while, you'll be able to develop a trend to tell where the gold is coming from. And what you ought to do is find the source. We've been off to the left on several creeks, didn't find anything, so we've narrowed it down. Back to the right, we found it in several creeks. So we've very quickly developing a trend of where the gold is at and where it's not. And hopefully we'll be able to find the source and possibly the lode in here.
Now watch anymore. You can, or you can just throw the whole thing in that bucket or a plastic bottle.
Dad, where's your bottle at?
You want to keep it out with your fingers? Just put your finger to it and stick it down the bottom.
Count so much now. And you already got some stuff on
Look here. Look here on the tongue.
Go.
Yeah.
Let me see. Nice piece of gold.
See, people.
Seen that view before, has Brian?
Yeah. Look your home and telling me that.
He's paying somebody.
Stanley. Where's Stanley? This here helps, this screen helps trap the gold and hold it in here. So we'll take that out. Right. We'll lay that over here for the screen. So here's where the gold's at.
Put in that bucket, Daddy. The bucket behind you.
What's in there?
Wash it out.
Goes into a bucket. Where you can? No, wait, I'll show you how to do it.
Hey, look this piece of ice you've got.
Oh, what you got, actually? That's an album. Travis, you get that?
Okay, let's get it close. Did that come out of the sluice?
Yeah.
Okay, hold right there.
You gotta have your hand. Okay. Travis, you getting this? They've seen this bucket of water. Wash those nuggets out. Then it goes from there into the pan.
Hey, you better wash this out. Rinse that out in a bucket.
Yeah.
You better wash this out. That's where this comes from.
All right, we will. Eric. Eric?
Yeah.
Push that in, hold that bucket there, Nick. All right, Travis, you got
Hold it down there at the end, Dick.
hold the pan.
Put the bucket down there, Dick.
Okay. What do you go? You got a vial? What did you wash it into? Oh, in the bucket. All right.
I told you to get you.
We got it. We got it.
Rinse it out.
Nice piece of olive bean.
There you go.
That's the biggest stuff in there. All right, Jody. Return it, son. Give me a shot. Return it, please. Hey, Dad, you want to check it?
All right. You hear all this clamoring around? You can't get nobody to turn the pan loose. You see right here. Just come out of that sluice. We just saw it right on. So big it wouldn't go on down.
Tough, ain't it?
Yep. Folks, that's what it's all about right there.
That's rough, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very rough.
Yep.
Hand her on down.
It's small, but it's all. Just trying to kill you. What we need here is a plastic bag. You got one? Use your plastic bag. Hey, you got a plastic bag?
I'll do a
Let's get a shot of this. I'm going to show people how to Oh, we picked out the nuggets. Of course, you can still see the gold in here. There's gold all in here. So you don't want to take the time to pick it out, the smaller pieces like that little chunk right there.
Yes.
Oh, here's a good way to do it. Get you a good heavy-duty Ziploc freezer bag. Hook it right over the pan. Just, look at that gold. You see that?
Point it out.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you haven't really panned it down yet.
No, we haven't. We just picked out the nuggets. How many nuggets we get, Brian? 6 or 8, something like that.
6 or 7.
6 or 7 nice nuggets. But you don't want to waste your time picking it out. So hook that bag right over the end of that.
And just pour water in.
Let me get down here and you just kind of. Hold it with both hands, one on each side. Everything's going right in the bag. That gold going down, you can see it. There's 8 or 10 nice pieces in there. Now you got a clean pan. What you do, just take that, pull the water off. There you go. Mark your name on there because somebody will get it if it don't. Okay, Mr. Butt and Ashley. Put that somewhere where it won't get tore, and there's your wages for this month. All right, you're looking at a piece of quartz that's highly mineralized with magnetite. Gold almost always occurs with iron. And if you're looking for the source, you want to look for you won't always see this, but this is a good example. You can see the dark is magnetite, yeah. I'm going to move it around real slow so you can see it all through there. You look for mineralized veins, and this is just a piece we picked up in the creek up here. Remember we told you we've never been able to find gold in the creek without finding a concentrate, and this is where this concentrate comes from, out of these rocks. So if you're looking for the lode gold, you're going to look for something with it's mineralized. Could be magnetite, hematite, pyrite, pseudomorphic hematite after pyrite, galena, any of those, but look for something that's mineralized.
Good example.
Yep. The mineralization from the quartz.
Yeah, you can see it good right there. That black
Yep.
is magnetite, you think?
Yeah.
And that definitely came out of gold-producing country, you think? Huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right here where we finding the gold. Matter of fact, we found some gold just a few feet from where we found this.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Lord!
What?
Look at there! Woo! Come out of that grass right there in that bank. Look at that! Woo!
That's big as your fingernail, ain't it?
Man, alive.
Oh,
Woo!
that is a beautiful piece of gold.
That is a nice nugget there now.
That'll keep you going there, Fred.
That'll crank your motor. Look right over here where Eric is at. That's where I got it. Oh, mucky looking stuff right there. I saw it when I
Right in there?
yeah, right in that point right there, and I saw it when it hit the sluice. It dropped out, and I said, that can't be gold.
You reckon we're gonna dig some more there?
I would imagine that there will be some more digging down there.
That's the biggest
That's the biggest we've taken out of here.
by far.
Oh yeah. Well, that's beautiful. Almost, that looks like pure gold.
Yep.
Pure gold! That's a 1/4 inch or better long, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Big as a fingernail almost. Yes, sir. Well, let's get another one.
All right. Okay, we're looking at a piece of olivine,
Green in color.
green, and it's self-explanatory. It's olivine. If anybody knows what olive drab is in the military, or olives that you eat. Dark green color, and that's known to carry platinum and chromite. So if you run across a good deposit of that, it don't always carry it. I'm saying if you're going to find it, that's all, basically where you're going to find it at. In the olivine.
See that bigger piece.
There's a bigger piece of it.
Yeah.
A paralyzed flashing on that, and my paralyzed flashing too, because it's about gone. We've been here all day, but we've taken out some nice nuggets, the best we've ever taken out. And this is on Doolally Ridge. Anybody wants to know where it's at?
Pistol Creek or something?
Yeah, Pistol Creek, that's right. Had a good day, and I hope this video has enhanced the classroom and will encourage you to get out. And you know what I always tell you, all you got to do is just go out and find it and get it. Go for it. Let's recognize, if you got enough power left, let's recognize this crew here. Let them say hello. We got a new one, by the way. He's just back from Operation Desert Storm. Mr. Brian Butts from Pennsylvania.
Let's see.
Soon to be a
That's
member
him
of the
right
family.
there. Yeah.
With a red hat on. Brian, what'd you think of this?
It's great. It's best time I've had so far. Especially gold panning. It's pretty much new to me.
Got some nice nuggets though, didn't you? All right, Eric, what do you think about it?
Rough time,
Y'all know him, he's our assistant.
but it's worth a while. Find them nuggets.
You see any gold?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, Stanley?
I'd like to say that once again we've had a great day, and I'm killed. That's about all I got to say.
Brian,
I had a good time panning my first gold and enjoyed it.
you got some nice nuggets, did you?
Yeah, real nice nuggets.
All right. Ashley, you panned a whole lot. What do you think about this?
Good. I'll be back. Oh man.
And our cameraman, who you never get to see, Travis, what do you think of this?
Biggest gold I ever saw.
Makes you want to do it all over again, don't it?
Big as your thumbnail.
That's right. So, We're gonna leave here and Ashley's gonna buy us all a steak dinner. All you gotta do is go for it, boys. Just go for it, boys and girls. Somebody asked me, is there any women in the class? Sure there's women in it. Go for it. Go for the gold.
In the
That's a
shade.
nice nugget. Robert.
Yeah, it is.
It's a nice nugget. And you, let me get this now. And you say you found that just by chance?
Yeah, I come around there where there's a gold mining one evening and sat down there and they offered me a beer and they threw the shovel back.
Yeah.
And I just happened to look on the end of that shovel and there it was.
That nugget was laying on the end of that shovel?
Laying on the end, right at the point of the shovel in some little old black mud.
What about it?
And I'd seen it shining and I just reached over and got it.
And that's been several years ago.
I'd been 5, 6, 7 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Been a pretty good while. There's been a lot of gold took out of that hole right there where you go.
Yeah, that's a good place.
That's a fine hole.
I meant to bring it.
Well, I can't figure where it's all coming. It's got to be coming right there. I don't believe it's coming up the creek.
That's what I believe. I believe it's coming right.
Right there.
Somewhere right
I believe
there,
right
yeah.
there center of
Yeah.
it. And that whole bottom down through there is like that. If you get under those rocks, see that guy from up there at Washington, when he come down here, like I said, right below that hemlock patch,
Yeah.
we'd have a dozer in there and we'd widen the creek out there. He just went in there and moved them rocks back and got right in that old pipe plane, just lifted her right out.
What about that?
So it's all over that field.
Oh yeah, all the way down that bottom. That bottom may be covered up with it. But
You've
that'd
been
be-
thinking on it, Robert.
Huh?
You've been thinking on it.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
I guess, ain't no telling how much been took out there. Like I said, that boy that was in our gold mining, works up here, or works for us, he had a bottle full big as you got there, dry.
That's bound to been several ounces, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
sure was.
Did he wind up selling that or what?
Yeah,
He sold
Real Pearl come by and beat him out of it. He's got a couple rings made.
Has he?
Yeah.
That's beautiful gold, I'll
Oh
tell you.
yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll stop by there sometime and get the rings and
Okay.
take a look at
Yeah,
it.
we'll
They
look.
put
We'll,
sets in.
we'll video it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay then.
We'll do that then.
All right.
It's 5 minutes past the big hour, 5 o'clock in downtown Newland.
That is a big nugget there. This is wide as
This
it
is bigger than yours, Moose.
I know it was bigger than mine.
Oh, Brian.
You have anything?
That's a match laying beside there.
Heavy too.
Yeah.
That's nearly a half inch long.
Yeah, it's got to be a half inch.
Yeah.
I wish you had a ruler. Wouldn't that be cool? Lay a ruler up next to that.
Yeah. That's a pretty nice nugget right there.
Yeah, it's deep.
That's 5/8 of an inch long, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
At least. That is a nice gold nugget.
This one?
Okay. Two nice nuggets
That last
today.
week would have still been in there with me.
I think we'd have stayed.
Beautiful gold. You got that one out of the big one out of a sluice, is that right,
Yep.
Brian? And you panned this other one,
Mm-hmm.
got that out of
that's
a
neat.
pan?
From that same area.
Well, that's pretty stuff. Okay. What you got there, Stan?
What we have here is looks like an outcropping of olivine with quartz veins running through it, showing signs of some sphalerite and galena. Now this is a good indication, a good place to look where you find these quartz veins running through a major ore body like this for gold, galena, and other sulfide minerals. It's highly mineralized, and it's starting to decompose because you can just take it and break it off with your hands. Eventually, due to weathering, this stuff here works its way into the streams, and the gold breaks out of it, if there's any in it. And from the looks of it, I'd say there's probably some in it.
And there's galena in there too, you think?
Yeah, there's galena. We found, Travis here found a good piece of the same type of rock, the green rock, with quartz in it, with a good specimen of galena in it.
And that's the green rock right there.
Yeah. This is olivine, usually where you find your platinum. It also carries, as long as you can see, there's quartz stringer veins running through it, which would be a good place for gold to develop.
Something black right there, Stan, on the bottom. You see that?
This?
Yeah.
That's that same black mineral. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it may be sphalerite. It's definitely a mineral. I don't know if you can get a picture of that, but it's definitely got a metallic gleam about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have this black and this quartz rock. Now that could be stain, or that could be something actually inside the surface of the quartz. If we had a hammer, we could tell, but we didn't bring one today. You can see how this is breaking up, fracturing here, and eventually, due to weathering and maybe floods and erosion, it'll crack off and go into the stream here.
Say that's probably a ton of olivine right there.
Yeah, sticking out right here. Plus, there's a lot more.
Yeah, another big chunk right
This
there.
whole mound right in here is actually olivine.
Yeah.
Galena. Oh, an inch and a half wide. Pretty solid. Running all the way up through here. Probably looks black on the camera.
Was that quartz running beside everything?
A big vein of quartz running through it. The host rock here, the major rock, is olivine.
Whole rock is olivine.
Yeah. And the galena is, the vein of it comes right up through here. Then it starts to disperse throughout the whole rock. Up through here you can see it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get a close-up of that vein. It's a galena, you think?
Yeah.
Well, that's a vein of it, isn't it? All kind of minerals formed in there. What is that, schist? Along with it there?
I'm not sure if that's a schist or if that's this galena. Like this right here don't look like galena just looking at it, but it's maybe where it's dispersed through the rock.
Mm-hmm.
You can see.
Well, this whole mountainsides of this green rock, what'd you say it was?
Olivine.
Olivine, whole mountainside of it. That's the first vein that I've actually saw galena in, like that. And it just goes on through there, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'd really like to break some of that off, but I mean, they some pretty good solid pieces.
It's a pretty good specimen there. What is it?
That's a quartz and galena. With galena running through it.
Mm-hmm. I can see it shining down there next to the bottom. That's galena.
Mm-hmm.
Two different types. Blue material in there. Two different types. Yeah. That there. Hot. See this needle, Travis? Zero in on that needle, can you?
Indication there's something in there.
Can you see it? See the needle?
Yeah, what's happening when that needle moves?
Something in there picking up. Not supposed to pick up anything except metal, gold, silver, and platinum, so you look at that. Probably curious. Same stuff? Yeah. Call it magnetite? Magnetite milvanite, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You along the rim there? We'll go with it. What's that?
roots growing 7 or 8 feet down to the ground. Yeah. Found anything, Fred?
Yeah, we got a mineral here coming off of Dorchester Creek. I don't know if you can zoom in on that or not. Well, we're not sure. It looks like specular hematite, but the streak does not tell us that it is hematite. Hematite has a red streak. This has a metallic streak. Could be ilmenite. That's my guess. We'll find, once we have it checked, we'll know what it is. The other thing that's got us puzzled is this gold probe.
What do you mean now by gold probe?
Gold probe is a metal detector with a special adapter with a discriminator on it made only to pick up gold or metals.
Heavy
Gold,
metals of some kind.
yeah, metal like copper, silver, gold, and it's been going off on us. And these rocks and a blue type rock, which we've got samples of, driving it crazy. We don't know what it is. We do know that we're in the Grandfather Mountain window, and it is published as some of the most complex geology in the world. And anybody that don't believe that ought to come in here and look around.
A lot of pretty interesting, huh?
Oh yeah, nice minerals. And got Homer here for one of his first outings, and I think he's enjoying it so far.
And he's from
Do you agree? Love it.
coastal Maryland and loves these mountains.
He told me he wished you had this in his front yard up there. I think anybody'd like that.
Yeah,
up in their front
yeah,
yard.
I'd love that.
Yeah. You wouldn't need a shower. All you need to do is just get underneath there.
That's it's worth the walk up here if you don't do anything else. Just do
Right.
that.
Yeah, just do that.
Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful.
Well, we're gonna head back out of here. Well, it takes about a couple hours to get up here.
Yeah.
Beautiful country here. Beautiful country. You do see us here, it's just about, it's almost straight up this way and just about straight up this way.
Yeah, it's straight up. There's no doubt about it.
That's so rough in here. I almost said the deer wouldn't even come in.
Deer wouldn't even venture in here, huh?
What sunlight you see is in here has been piped in here.
Well, we figured the sun didn't start shining in here at least 10 o'clock on a clear day.
Even over there, but there's some places right along in here, the sun never hits it.
Yeah.
Sun never gets in here.
Yeah, it's straight up, isn't it?
Look, you can see we're looking almost straight up with the sun and the terrain. There's just almost that, it's about as steep as the angle that we're looking at the sun.
I don't think you can see it, Travis. There's another rock right in here with water coming out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little stream coming right out of there.
Rock, buddy. Solid rock.
Well, let's get out of here. The gold nugget looks like a seahorse. Call that the seahorse nugget.
Well, here we are again on Pistol Creek. You can see the gold flamer set up about as good, I guess, or better than we've ever had it set up. All the tailings and the water draining off into a catch basin. We're 50 to 75 feet away from the stream. No silt at all getting back in the water. Digging it out with a backhoe and load it with a bobcat.
Take some more.
Okay. Timer. Here we are. You see the boys feeding that grizzly. Load it with a bobcat. That grizzly takes the big rocks off right where standing there working. We're into a wet clay type product, which is always a pain to work.
Hard to get it to go through there, Jeff,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Once they do get it, it goes up that belt.
Goes up the belt into that hopper through the trommel where it's washed and the gold drops out into that.
But it's more of a clay you're putting in there now, right? Rather than
Yeah, we're just more or less running this. We don't think it's got a whole lot of gold. We want to get right on up over here. Gold in these flashers runs in pay streaks. We hit a, right on down here, we had a nice pay streak and got nice nuggets out of it. Thing about a flasher deposit, the old saying is the only way to test the flasher is to mine it, because wherever it settles, that's where it's going to be at. You may get a lot of gold right here, and 3 foot over you won't get any. So that's the very nature of the flasher. Settles in low places.
y'all been hitting it that way?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we had some areas where we took out a lot of gold and nice nuggets. Some areas we've always got gold every time. Every place we worked in here, we got gold. But you know, it's some's better than others. But
Yeah.
we're pleased with it.
So this machinery's getting a good test, though.
Oh yeah.
See if it's
Yeah.
working good and reclaiming.
Yeah, absolutely. It's doing a good job. You have problems, breakdowns on anything, you know, but overall, we're pleased with it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get back on here in a little while when you actually see if you got any gold in there.
Yeah, okay.
Not enough water?
Wet and muddy.
Wash that off. Ready? Wash that screen off. It might have.
Hey, Win.
Give me that pipe one second.
That what? Pipe ring?
Fill the water, you okay, dog?
Yeah, we're through it. Let that pump off, Barry.
Tighten this belt up now.
There has to be clear water coming
Chain
through
up
there
now.
now.
Where that little old... You got it, Don?
Well, inside it's got a tray in it. Wait a minute, actually.
Huh?
I'll go back up there and take that punt back up.
Here, get out of the way. Quit pushing my head off.
Found some this time?
Yeah, you got those.
You got close,
Huh?
Those are the worst.
I see that. You know what we'll do, take this off, screw that up, put some of us up on this thing.
What's that?
Look at my feet.
Idea. Screw this hose right here into that bottom tank.
See anything, Fred?
You see that? That.
You know what?
That.
Let go.
Yeah.
What's that, too? Just had a, put the ground on it. Hey, Fred?
Huh?
I don't know. What happened? Come over. Reduced it, didn't it? It reduced it. Well, it don't make that. Shoot it down, I guess. This is what we have to do.
Yeah, I can see gold all in there.
Yeah.
Well, that won't help it now if we just put a plug in that, will it? No, I need to cut off. So we can bring it out. Got a sticking itch, you reckon?
Not as good as the other day.
Well, this is just half of it.
We'll blow it down for you.
That's gold appearing all in there, right?
Yeah.
As you take it on down.
Yeah.
Anything big?
Oh, ain't no nuggets.
$1.
Pinhead size. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Match head.
Dollar sign.
Yeah.
Which one was the bottom of the bucket there, Bone? That.
Yeah, that's gold there.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Stop that or
Yeah.
just stop that?
He probably got the most in it right there.
Fred, this is the second pan out of there.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good little nugget there.
Yeah.
What's it right there?
That's a rock.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna put that pan on that pan there. Recheck.
A nugget out there, Fred. Yeah, that's what you don't actually call a nugget, right?
Yeah.
And there's all kind of color in there, right?
Yeah, all over in here, here.
You missed.
What you got?
Gold, son.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, no, some more coming through.
Yeah.
Pretty good size, too.
Yeah. Still ain't as big as what we've been getting this day.
On average, you've been getting a little bigger than that.
Oh, yeah. Here, there, you want to put that in there.
What's that?
Gold.
Is that what you got today?
That's what he missed.
I didn't miss it. I told you to go pan it down.
Ain't nothing there to worry about.
You was over here blowing it out how good you was.
Then I am. But I didn't.
There's a lot of color in that, ain't there, Fred?
Yeah.
Let me fix and find that thing.
Better than what we done this morning.
Oh, we're gonna have to do it.
Huh?
Our backhoe man knows where to get you, man. We used to too low enough.
Yeah. Yep.
We got out of it. We just went and buried somebody.
Now, you going to take this, you say, Fred, and separate it somehow or another?
Yeah, we got a table. vibrating table.
Vibrating table.
Yeah.
We'll get that on the video when you.
Yeah, we're gonna move it right down here. There's just like a nice flake coming through up there at the top.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Call back my truck, take that little hack on, throw me off about 2 inches there. When I get through the weather, Carrie Levin is better swell up here and she'll never look. Well, Carrie's getting me plugged one time from the sink and I want to spray it.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be deep.
Was that? That's a nugget and, well, 2 or 3 nuggets there.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good one, isn't it?
Yep. Nice shallow.
Boy, it is color there. Isn't it?
Yeah.
All in there, ain't it?
Yep.
Well, if you ever get a chance where you get it all together, I want to get a video of it.
Yeah, we'll get that table up here when this first week. Get it set up. You can see it coming down the table. It's like soldiers marching.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah.
Another day. Huh?
You're in the goal now.
Well, I hope so. We've done better this last 2 runs than we have been.
Yeah. We went too deep there one time. didn't
Yeah, we got down that old pipe clay.
So it's looking a little better now.
Oh, yeah, you know. It ain't getting no worse.
Well, it could.
No, when we quit finding it, we quit.
we? Yeah.
We ain't come up empty-handed yet.
Every run you found
Go
gold.
around, we found
Have
it.
a run, yeah.
That's a pretty good indicator.
But
Ain't
that one the other day, be anything I've seen.
They should take it off.
That's the
we
nugget.
We hadn't run it,
They just been
having water 30 fall minutes?
from
2 buckets.
and
I
you
think.
can see it.
Oh, is that right?
Cut that off, you can see it. Got it right there.
That's encouraging when you
Yeah.
see it in there.
Yeah, maybe it'll work out.
Well, y'all gonna keep trying for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we've got
You don't.
a few more days. I got all summer.
yeah.
Working the shrub a little bit
I'm gonna break that pipe and let that water.
You got it under control now, though.
Yeah.
Shrub.
right now.
Well, it looks pretty good to me.
Well, we get big outfit here.
Yeah. Big time.
Look in here, would you?
Fred Chaffetz one big outfit.
Oh.
You know him?
Go over there.
No matter where the race gets, live free. All right. Come here, man. Go ahead.
Hey, it's the lowest I'm getting in.
That nugget there?
Yeah.
Going right down the groove.
Something right over here behind it. Yeah. Here comes another piece in between these 2 rocks. See it?
Yep.
Here.
That's a nugget there. Put your finger on it. Follow.
Oh, you ain't really got this table team. Yeah, I figured he's
Right
at
down in those pipes, those buckets right there. That's after you pan it down one time or run it down.
Yeah, that's just part of it.
Always color in there, ain't it?
Yep. Now, let me put your. Here comes our second run. I believe you'll be able to see some gold coming down this table this time.
Yep. Gold there, what we looking at, the yellow
Yeah.
all in it.
Yep.
Look here, Brandon. Marching like ants now.
Yeah.
now, Travis. You,
There ain't been no gold yet come into this place.
There's gold right there.
Travis?
Yeah.
Slide that down, look yonder.
Yeah, let me get over.
Hardly a change.
My mine's going right in. Might be sitting that way just a minute. That not work?
It's got a level when you check it.
Not level, I think.
We'll level it up right there.
That stays using them upper grooves. And the rock concentrate goes down here and out into another bucket, separate bucket, right? Definitely gold, boy. What is that, Brett? That can't be gold.
That's it. Pure gold.
Well, that's some pretty stuff there.
Yep.
What's that measure in grams? 17.2 grams gold.
Figure $100 a day, in my opinion.
Well, you've seen it from the very beginning to the very end. The next thing is to sell it, and we've got buyers for it. I'll tell you, if you're thinking about getting in the gold business, it ain't as easy as it thinks. As easy as you might think it is. And if you're out here in 100-degree temperature, Robert right over there will vouch for this. There's a lot of work in it, ain't you, Robert?
Yes, sir. I didn't think it was this much work.
A lot of work.
So this little table will work pretty good?
Yeah. Time Robert gets through with it, it'll be working fantastic.
He keeps making a few adjustments here and there.
Yeah. But it's getting better every day as we move up the stream, and getting better all the time. So, but we need to take out several ounces a day. That way we can start making some good bucks. So it's a lot of hard work. Stick with it, you maybe make some money. If we get on the source, we'll all go to Montana.
Might even take ice.
Yeah. Might even take ice. Might all plan around and get the boys. We have to carry them on our back. That's what makes it hard.
Can't stand that heat much, can it? Drink too many cokes.
Drink too many Cokes.
Don't drink good water.
Well, that'll finish this video. If anybody wants a copy, they can contact Travis.
What do you say this is, Fred?
Aquamarine.
That's
It's in the beryl family, like emeralds. Emeralds are green. That's a bluish green or blue. Aquamarine.
and there's several carats there, you figure?
I think they figured about 150 to 180 carats.
That's pretty good.
Good size stone, and some of the finest gem quality aquamarine that any of these stone cutters have run across.
Actually, it's in two pieces there, right?
Yeah, it was all together, and it took it apart. It's got to be taken out of that rock to be cut, but he says he can take that out of there just that quick. No problem.
I mean,
That's a high dollar precious stone. Some of that could run up to $500 per carat after it's cut.
that's the same family as emerald, is that right?
Same thing in the beryl family, yeah. And you have golden beryl, pink, which is morganite, aquamarine is what you're looking at, and the emerald is a green. Some emeralds are even more expensive than diamonds.
Mm-hmm. That's very expensive stone then.
That's what I've been told by about 8 different lapidarists and,
And getting to be more expensive because of the rarity of it, right?
yep, been told that by several professionals. One fella, probably the largest stone cutter in North Carolina, said it's getting harder and harder to get all the time.